What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Jones and I am back with another video. Today I'm talking my weekly sneaker rotation, so stay tuned.
Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, about to start a new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still supporting.
Alright, man, I'm back with another video, man. Before I get too deep into this video, y'all already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, I am talking my weekly sneaker rotation. Now, this should be week 28 to the best of my knowledge, and if I'm wrong, feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section, right? Okay. Mainly, I started this series at the beginning of the year in 2023, and here we are in week 28, right? Now, I do plan to go the entire remaining year of 2023, and then I'll make my best decision on what I'm gonna do the following year, right? Okay. So without further ado, man, this will arguably be, like, I'm looking at the shoes here I got off to the side and I'm about to show you guys. Low key, this will probably be my first weekly sneaker rotation where I don't include Yeezy slides and or foam runners. So I'm actually really surprised. That means, like, I literally probably stepped out of the house every single day, right? Okay, including work, right? Because y'all know I work a full-time job. So full disclaimer, some of these pics you should probably have already seen in my sold out Discord that will be pinned in the comment section. Sign up for that join. It is free to sign up. So without further ado, y'all already know I pretty much end things on a Friday and pick right back up on Saturday. So starting off on Saturday, the kid pretty much stepped out. I think, what did I have to do that day? I think I just had to kind of low-key run some errands. I can't actually think of the actual moment of what it actually was, because keep in mind, this was like last Saturday, but the kid busts out in none other than the Air Jordan 4 Levi denim joints, right? Okay, now, you know, these is a shoe that I actually like bleached, and I actually like put paint splatter on these guys. So arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection that I don't wear enough, but I also get like a lot of compliments when I wore this. Actually, I know where I had to go. I had to go to the chiropractor, right? Okay, pretty much the kid just kind of just had that flashback real quick, as I'm like, cause somebody gave me a compliment when I had these guys on, and it actually was the guy who was pretty much cracking me up, so to speak. Pause, right? Okay, because I like to try to take care of my body, right? Okay, but neither here nor there. This is what I wore to the chiropractor on Saturday. Again, looking at the shoe, I'm not mad at it. I got the red laces in for the red laces. Man, I can't talk. I got the red laces in these joints because it just makes the shoe pop, and arguably red is one of my favorite colors. But with all that being said, this is a shoe that I borderline wish I didn't bleach and do the whole paint splatter, but I think I went through that whole phase where everybody who had a pair of these is kind of distressed these, right? Okay, and I don't even wear enough denim like that as well, but I probably should try to rock these with some denim, but usually I rock these with my joggers or sometimes just some shorts, man. So pretty much this is what I wore for Saturday. Arguably still one of my favorite shoes in my collection. It's probably a shoe I'll never be able to get rid of, but then again, it's a 4 and you really can't never go wrong with the 4 silhouette. So this was my Saturday shoe. Now moving right along on to Sunday. Pretty much, I think I just had to pretty much run some items and get some things for I had to run some errands, right? I said items. I had to run some errands, right? Okay, and get a few like items for the house, including grab some food. So pretty much on Sunday, the kid stepped out for the first time. I think I put these on, the Pirate Black Yeezys. Now y'all know I had to come off the hip with the chips, but I didn't get like cracked over the head like they were like back when they dropped, what I want to say 2015, don't quote me on that. So these are the ones that were supposed to drop in 2022, but they dropped pretty much a part of like that Yeezy day drop back in, I want to say like May 28th, but don't quote me on that. So this is one of the pairs that I absolutely positively had to have. So pretty much probably no one is probably shocked that I probably went on and paid resale because I had to have these in my collection. This is the Yeezy Pirate Black B1. These are one of like my favorite ones. Like, this is one of those, like, I guess when the Yeezys first ever switched over to Adidas, it was kind of one of these shoes were very, very hard to obtain back then. And to be honest, I know the simple answer was like, Jeremy, you could probably get these from Adidas, blah, blah. But back then, it wasn't just so simple to get these. Like, before they started slowly pushing them out and Foot Locker and them and stuff like that, it was like I don't think I even knew what the Confirm app was back in 2015. I just knew Adidas, but I didn't really know how to make the moves like that. And it wasn't like well advertised, right? Okay, in my opinion. But pretty much this was my Sunday shoe. super duper comfortable. I will say the boost on these definitely feel different than the boost in the V2 version, but I mean, we could argue that and debate all day, but pretty much I went true to size and I'm okay. A lot of them on the Adidas confirmed that they said to go a half size up, but I went true to size and I stuck with my gut instinct based off the turtle dubs. So they're true to size and they fit just well to me. So pretty much this was my Sunday shoe. Now moving right along on to Monday, right? Okay, I am back to work at this point because y'all know I work a full-time job. So Monday, pretty much I kept it simple. I stepped out in none other than the Air Jordan 12 Flu Games, right? Okay, another shoe that I will say that when I first got it, I want to say these dropped back in 2016, but don't quote me on that. I could probably just check the date. I'm almost positive 2016. Yeah, my memories, it's there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection. But y'all know black and red is like arguably one of my favorite color combinations. I honestly have come to the realization of being like a sneaker collector slash sneakerhead or whatever you want to call this, because at this point I'm assuming if you're watching the channel, you probably fall into one of those categories, and it's not a bad thing, right? Okay, but I will say this. I've come to the realization that depending on the shoe and how Nike and or Adidas or whatever shoe we're looking for at the time, we may like the color. I think it don't even matter. I know red is one of my favorite colors, but I'm to the point now, like, I'm confident that I will pretty much rock any color that they put on a shoe if the silhouette and done right. If it's done correctly, and this is one of these shoes, so arguably black and red, one of my favorite color combinations, Jordan 12 Flu Games. The story behind these are tremendous. You can never forget it. Now, of course, you can say he had the flu, that was the story, but it later came out that it was actually he just had food poisoning from, you know, having pizza that night, right? Okay, and that's just the story. That's how the story goes pretty much. But pretty much this was my Monday shoe, arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection. Probably will never get rid of these guys, and if they ever release these again, I'll probably go for them again. So this was my Monday shoe. Now moving right along on to Tuesday, right? Okay, now you know the kid pretty much had to go back into work, and I kind of wanted to just go for like comfort, and I also want to go for shoes that I feel like I don't wear enough of, right? Okay, so pretty much on Tuesday the kid stepped out and none other than the Air Jordan 7 Bordeaux. Now I brought these before in the past, and I told you guys I don't really have that many 7s in my collection, but this is arguably one of my favorite 7s of all time. In fact, I think this is what these dropped in 2015, but the previous pair, I want to say they dropped back in 2011. Don't quote me on that one, but I think the previous pair, the lace tips actually had like silver lace tips on them. I wish I would have had that version instead, but oh well, you know, they drop a new model and here we are right here. So our more updated model, and they always change little subtle things that they don't think that we pay attention to, but they really like mean a lot to me. So arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection, arguably one of the most comfortable shoes in my collections, and that's what we can say about 7s in general. While 7s may not get enough love, but we got to put them on that comfort level, they definitely shine through on the comfort level. And this one, I think it's just one of those, the timing at when these shoes came out, these shoes did definitely most likely sell out. So this is one of my favorite shoes in my collection as well that I don't wear enough. Like I said, I'm very, very picky when it comes to my 7s, but pretty much this was a shoe that I rocked on Tuesday, right? Okay, now moving right along on to Wednesday. You know the kid was right back into work, and I've been waiting for the perfect time to wear this shoe that I don't really wear enough, and I'm very, very picky when I wear the shoe because I definitely check the weather, and we finally got a break on the rain just a little bit because it definitely rained at the end of the week for sure. But on Wednesday, the kid back into work pretty much stepped out in the Travis Scott SB Dunks, man, and arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection. I probably say that a lot. I mean, I'm gonna put it this way: if I own the shoe at this point, I definitely got a special place for it in my heart, whether I got a story behind it or if it's just something I really like. Now I know there's a story where you can tear off the layer and it'll like reveal another layer, but to be honest, I love the bandana on it already, you know, like the bandana print. Now it would be dope if they did like a red version as well. I'm pretty sure those would go just as hard if done correctly, because you can mess it up if you don't choose the right texture of red, right? Okay, but arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection. Y'all know I had to come off the hip with the chips. I think I got these from a Goat app, so a shoe that I had been eyeing for a long time, and I think a lot of sneakerheads would eye this shoe a lot too, man. It's not like, not saying a lot of people don't have these, but it's kind of one of these is like a special shoe, right? Okay, so it's definitely something I definitely don't want to mess up, but I do want to be true to the art of sneaker collecting and actually wearing your sneakers, and that's what I preach to you guys each and every time. So this was my Wednesday shoe, man. Wore these into work, and and they're nice subtle, and it went with like what I wear to work. We don't really have a uniform, so to speak. You can kind of wear whatever, so you should see some of the stuff I see at work, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. But this was my Wednesday shoe. Now, moving right along on to Thursday. Again, the kid just wanted to go back. I don't know my train of thought of what shoe I'm gonna wear that day until I actually literally wake up. Sometimes I literally wait till I'm actually getting dressed and I'm like, let me grab these today, right? Okay, because I have a set color palette that I kind of stick to throughout the week just for work purposes. So pretty much on Thursday, the kid bust out the Jordan 5 Supremes, right? Okay, now this is the desert camo colorway. Probably the only one that really stuck out to me. Y'all know I like to rock the laces loose on these joints, and this is a shoe that I probably don't wear enough. And shouts out, I can't remember who the person is, but they told me, I think on one of the videos, or it could have been in the Sold Out Discord, shameless plug. It will be pinned up in the comment section. Sign up, it is free. I think they was telling me, yo, wear these Supreme 5s you got, homie, wear them. So, and it's been one of those debates where I've been constantly going back and forth. Do I want to sell it? Do I want to get rid of it? The answer is, I don't know. I'm on the fence, but I actually like these, so I'm trying to just make myself wear them more. So it's one of these shoes that it has potential, but right now it has a home and a special place in my heart, so I don't want to let them go, and I'm definitely still trying to rock them. Again, it's one of these shoes that I am very, very picky with my 5s. I'm very, very picky when it comes to my Jordan 5s, man. So that's just it. So this was my Thursday shoe. Now, we're going to move right along on to Friday. Now, Friday is one of those days where during the morning time, it didn't rain, but then it actually rained after that. So pretty much I wanted to like play it on the safe side when I stepped out. So pretty much y'all know when the rain comes, y'all know I choose that patent leather. So that's your hint. You know it's a Jordan 11. So on Friday, the kid busts out the Concord 11s, right? Now, this is the pair from 2011 right here. Now, safe to say, like, when you see these joints on my feet, you can tell they're old, but they're still in, like, great condition if you ask the kid, right? Okay, arguably one of my favorite shoes in my collection that I really just truly, I will say this, I don't know what it is. I do wear enough, but at the same time, it's kind of one of those, I wore it a lot back in the day, and I love my fresh pair from 2018, but at the same time, I still got a special place of what I went through to get this shoe, because if you know how these went back in December of 2011, yeah, people was not playing about these. There were fights breaking out about these guys right here. And resale market on them, I don't think it's too bad, but don't quote me on that, but arguably a timeless classic shoe, and it's really low key, believe it or not. It could probably go with any fit that you put out, right? Okay, so it's a good go-to for me when it's raining, because not only do I have a fresh pair of 2018, but this pair is still decent enough where I'm still gonna be dripped, but if it gets a little wet, I'm not gonna cry about it at all. But y'all know I'm still trying to move correctly, because I still like to protect these as well. So pretty much this was my Friday shoe, and that pretty much wraps up this weekly sneaker rotation for this week, for week 28 to the best of my knowledge. What do you guys think, man? Definitely sound off in the comment section what you guys wore throughout the week, because I'm very curious what you guys wear as well, not just me up here too, because you know, I know sometimes we don't always wear our shoes every single day, but like I said, this was the first like weekly sneaker rotation where I could actually do that. So I'm actually proud that I didn't say like Yeezy slide or foam runners, because even myself, I'm like, yo, you need to step out a little bit more. So pretty much this completes this weekly sneaker rotation for this week, man. So y'all sign off in the comment section. Of course, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of this thing and stop rambling, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out, and if you're new, consider subscribing. I make content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.